So this kind of off the wall question, but I heard there was an interview you did. I forget the name of the group. It was with young people. It was young people that interviewed you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
talking about?
Yeah. Shout out to I forget the name of the program, but I think the kids are based out in Montgomery County, Maryland.
Yeah, it was. I watched a few interviews. That was my favorite one. I like.
Oh man, yeah, it
Yeah,
was
I don't
super
know
dope,
why.
man.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. But I think it was that one you talked about. Kool Herc,
Hmm.
and I was like, whoa, man, I wasn't expecting that. Did he DJ? Did I hear that right? He DJ'd your wedding?
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Whoa,
What?
that's
So
crazy.
the story goes.
Wow.
So the story goes, like, so originally, so first shout out to my brother DP1, turntable annihilist, heavy hitters, all that good stuff. So the homie, and fellow member of the Plague. Gotta make sure I shout out all the crews. Yeah, man, DP1, we were hollering at him, trying to get him to DJ the wedding. He's also Pumpkinhead's, rest in peace, my brother
Oh,
PH.
rest in peace.
He's PH's former DJ. And
Mm.
so so we hollered at him first. You know, he a fellow Capricorn. I'm like, come on, son. My wife and I are Capricorn. So we like, yo, come on, son. Look at the Capricorn fit, come through, DJ this joint. And he was like, yeah, yo, let me see it, blah, blah, blah. So I started talking paper with him. And he was just like, yo, like, I feel bad even charging you, bro. And what I'm getting these days, like, I don't even want to do that to you. And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dog, it's like that. And so he was kind of taking a minute to come around. So, and he was also DJing for Lauryn Hill and then Estelle at the time. Yo, he was just killing it.
Yeah.
So, so we were talking to my wife's former professor. Shout out to Adrian Jones, who's also her mentor, and about our situation. And she was like, "Oh, I mean, I could talk to my boyfriend. Maybe he could DJ for y'all." Usually, when people say that, you're like, But yo, her boyfriend, she was dating Kool Herc.
Wow.
So that's how we got linked. And
Wow.
and then the next thing you know, we get invited to the crib, and I'm chilling in their backyard, like having baked beans and, and chopping it up, walking by all these plaques that say like "Father of Hip Hop" and all of that.
Wow.
And then and it was crazy, man. We just hit it off, yo. He was just so gracious, man. And of course, man. You know, we like Adrian, man. She's just a great human being, period. But definitely that hooking us up with Herc and doing that for our wedding, that was just insane. And what's even funnier about the story is when he played, the last song he played at our wedding was "Golden" by Jill Scott. I mentioned this on the Jack and Jill mixtape I did. And so, yo, he plays that joint. So at the time, that was like me and my wife shit. Like, we love that song. So we go up to Herc and we're like, yo, like, I don't know how you knew to play that last at our wedding, but that was like the perfect song to go out on because we loved it. And so, yo, a week later, when we're on our honeymoon, Dave Chappelle is filming that block party joint in Brooklyn, right? But we're in Hawaii. So had I known, like, we probably, I mean, yo, Hawaii was amazing. But yo, that was history. We kind of wish we were there too.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is, Herc, when he pulled up to that function, because you see him in the movie, when he pulled up to the function, that function happened a block away from where I lived. So when Herc pulled up to the neighborhood, he was like, yo, this staying neighborhood. So he parked in front of our apartment, and then he calls me like, yo, where you at, man? I'm in your neighborhood right now. And I'm like, bruh, I'm in Hawaii. What's happening in my neighborhood? And he was like, yo, Dave Chappelle having this joint. He starts telling me everything that's happening. And I'm like, oh my God. Wow. And Herc like, dude, I can get you backstage. Yo, I just talked to Jill Scott and I told her how I played her song at y'all wedding. And like, I was like, young, is this my life? It's like I'm on the phone talking to Herc about a conversation he just had about Jill. Dude, it was, man. Yeah, the universe, B.
I know.
Wow. That's wild. Do you still keep up with Kool Herc to this day?
Yeah, we haven't talked in it's been a couple months since the last time we spoke, but like I'll hit him up. Sometimes I can't get him other time. Hey Stan, what's going? You know, and then he just calls. He's like an uncle, man. Like he just called just to see how my girls are doing. You know, he'd be like, man, how your wife, how the babies? And it's like we don't even talk music most times. It's just like when my wife and I got our house, he was like we was getting ready to call our mom, and he called me first. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, yeah, man. Herc
No.
is, yeah, you know, yeah, good folk, man.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
That's
That's
dope.
awesome.